Blackboard Basics, moving online quickly. In the event of inclement weather or other emergencies that result in campus closures, faculty should prepare alternative means for delivering instruction to students remotely. Using the techniques demonstrated in this video, instructors may plan how to provide resources, communicate with students, collect student work, and assess students using Blackboard's online tools. In this video demonstration, faculty who are new to using Blackboard will learn how to access their spring course sections, locate tools and identify their purpose, share basic types of content and create simple assessments, assign grades, access Collaborate Ultra to meet students online in real time, and identify resources to support their use of Blackboard. Please note, this video demonstration does not replace completing any of the Zerd Blackboard training courses. So what is Blackboard? Blackboard is MATC's official online learning management system. Using Blackboard, faculty may communicate with students, share content, and assess their learning. For faculty teaching online, Blackboard is the primary means of course delivery. For faculty teaching face-to-face, Blackboard is typically used to provide a syllabus, handouts, facilitate communications, and log grade feedback. All classes have a course shell in Blackboard. Courses are pushed to Blackboard through an automated process that begins with course scheduling. Accessing Blackboard. To access Blackboard, faculty must have regular access to a laptop or desktop computer with a stable internet connection. For best performance, access Blackboard using an up-to-date version of the Google Chrome or Mozilla Firefox web browser. Do not use Internet Explorer. To access Blackboard, go to blackboard.matc.edu in your web browser and log in with your MATC network username and password. If you experience a login problem, please contact the help desk at 414-297-6541 or use the online password manager. Only the help desk can assist you with a login problem. Once you log into Blackboard, you will see the institution page, which lists resources that you can use to support your use of Blackboard. To view courses, click on the Courses link in the base navigation. When viewing the Courses page, you may find your current spring courses easily by setting the term drop-down menu at the top of the page to SB 2020. Or by using the keyword search box. Please note that all spring courses are unavailable to students by default. An instructor may access a course by simply clicking on the course. When the course is ready for students to view, the instructor makes the course available using the course settings on the courses page. Sending communications to students. To access mass communication tools to send all class emails or announcements to students across sections, click on the Tools link in the base navigation. On the Tools page, click on the Quickly Course Tools icon. Through these tools, faculty can send announcements and email messages to all students in one section or multiple sections at once through simple online forms. Locating course tools and their purpose. When accessing a course for the first time, take note of the following parts of the screen. The course menu is available on the left-hand side and provides tools for adding content to the course menu. Tools for managing the overall availability of the course and to preview the course as a student are located in the top right corner of the page. Off to the side of the course menu, you will see content or tool pages. Finally, the course management panel provides tools that you can use to assess or evaluate students. Sharing documents and links. To begin adding content to a course, we recommend using the course menu's build tools. Click the plus icon above the menu to create links to new content area pages, tools, or web links. To add a new content area page to your course menu, which is essentially a blank page for adding any type of content, roll your mouse over the course's plus button at the top of the course menu and choose Content Area. Give it a name. Check the Available to Users checkbox and click Submit. The item will be added to the end of the course menu. To move it around, you can roll your mouse over that item, click down and drag the item up or down the course menu and let go, and that will reposition that content area, its location in the course menu. To add content to the content area page, click on the content area in the course menu. On the content area page, roll your mouse over the Build Content menu and select Item. An item is a basic container for text, images, files, and links. To create the content of the item, simply use the content editor. When you are done adding your content, click Submit. When viewing a content area, faculty may add assessments through the Assessments drop-down menu. To collect student files online, create an assignment. Work that students submit through an assignment are organized in the course's grade center for your review. In this example, I will demonstrate how to create an assignment. In the content area, I'm going to roll over my mouse on the Assessments drop-down menu and choose Assignment and fill out the form that appears. So I will give this a name, Assignment 1. I will paste in some instructions. If I wanted to, I could attach some files for students to look at. The other essential piece of creating the assignment is simply adding a point value, maximum points possible for this assignment. And I will click Submit. And then once the assignment is posted, it'll appear on the page with the assignment icon. Now, students will click on this icon to view this page and either type a submission or attach a file and then submit it. And whatever they submit will get posted to your course's grade center. Creating graded discussions. To create opportunities for students to communicate with each other in online class discussions, we recommend adding a discussion board tool link to the course menu and creating forums. In a forum, students respond to a question with an original typed response, which can include links, files, or images. When creating a forum, the instructor can decide to make the forum gradable by equipping grading settings. In this example, I will review how to add the discussion board tool link to the course menu and creating a forum. So to start, I will go to my course menu and roll over the plus icon, choose tool link, and give this a name, and I will give it the name discussion board. And from the type drop-down menu, I will choose discussion board, and I will make this tool link available to students and click submit. Now I can place this icon or this link up or down the menu by clicking and dragging, like so. Now to access the discussion board, I click on the discussion board link, and by default it's empty. This is the first time I've ever accessed this tool, and I'm going to create a new forum by clicking on the Create Forum link. On this page, I will give the forum a name, so I'll call it Week 1 Discussion. And I will add some instructions here for students, what this forum's topic is and what I want them to answer. And I'll scroll down to forum availability, and I'm making sure it's available to students. And under forum settings, I can choose to make this a graded forum by clicking on the Grade Discussion Forum option, typing in a maximum point value, and then clicking Submit at the bottom of the page. And that's all there is to it. So now I have this graded forum that students can click on, and they can create their own original threads in response to my questions. And whatever they post in the discussion board will get logged in the Grade Center for grading. Creating tests. Instructors have the option of creating online quizzes or tests in their courses. Creating tests is a two-step process that involves the course's control panel and a content area's assessment menu. In this demonstration, I will show you the process of creating a test and making it available to students. And like I said before, the process is a two-step process where you first create your test in your control panel, and then you will then deploy the test in your content area. So to begin, I'm going to go down to my course control panel and look under Course Tools for Test Surveys and Pools, and click on that link. That will take me to the Test Surveys and Pools dashboard. I want to create a test, so I'm going to Tests. Now the first time that you access the test area, you won't see any tests because there will be no tests. You have to create a test. So I'm going to click on the Build Test button to show you how you start creating a test. So once you click on Build Test, you're taken to the test information page. You give your test a name, call it Test 1. You can put in some instructions here. Oops. And then I'll click Submit. And on this page now, you are taken to the test canvas where you have your tools to create your questions. So if you go to Create Question, you have your options for creating all sorts of different types of question types. And To support those students who are trying to access content on a mobile device, keep this very simple. Only use essay, true, false, short answer, or multiple choice. Those 4 question types are best supported on mobile devices, although we generally say that accessing tests on mobile devices can be a little risky based on your Wi-Fi and because of small screens. But if you're using quizzes and tests as a learning tool and you're open to resetting the test to allow students to continue to learn and practice their knowledge using the test as a tool, this would be a good option. So to create a question, I'll go to create question and choose a question type. I'll choose true, false, just to be simple here. And for example, I know it's not the content area topic I'm working with, but for just the ease of demonstration, I'm going to make a simple true-false question on color theory. Purple is a primary color. Okay, so that's my question string. And then under answers, I'll select what the correct answer is. And purple is not a primary color, it's a secondary color. And then if I want, I can add feedback here. And you can get involved here. You can add simple feedback or more directed feedback to help students learn. And when you are done, you click submit, and then that's your question. Okay, now I'm going to go back a step and show you a more complete test with different question types. Let's see, quiz 1. Yes. Okay, so here's a quiz for my Frankenstein content, my unit of instruction. And I have some multiple choice questions here, true, false, and I have a hotspot question. So this means this test is best accessed on a desktop or laptop. Okay, so once I have my questions built, I can make this test available to students. So if I go to my weekly lessons area, I can go to my drop down for assessments, choose test, and then I'll select the test that I want to make available, click submit, and then I get my test options screen. Here I could add some information, I can customize my settings a little bit. So I'm going to scroll down and go to test availability and make this available. I'm going to leave force complete and timer off because that can be problematic for those students who are accessing tests on a mobile device if you want them to do that. Otherwise, they'll have to take the test in a desktop or laptop. Okay, and if you scroll down further under feedback options, you can select what feedback shows up to students after they submit. So I recommend showing them what they submitted and some general feedback and some this option, showing correct questions, just puts a check mark over the incorrect questions as if you had manually graded their test, the red check mark that shows them what's wrong. Okay, and then test presentation, I recommend leaving that all at once. And so once you've done that, you can click submit, and that posts the test to the page like so. So you'll notice the tests icon it's similar to the assignment icon, but you see check marks and X symbols to indicate yes, like correct or incorrect. So when students access this test, they'll see a screen similar to this where they can begin the quiz, and then they'll be able to scroll down and answer the questions and click submit. Now, if you are using objective questions, those questions automatically get graded because Blackboard knows what the correct answers are. But if you're using subjective questions like essays and possibly short answers, they won't automatically be graded by Blackboard because you have to go in and review what the students submitted and assign a grade. Assigning grades. An instructor can grade submitted work through tools located in the course's control panel. To view work that is pending grading, click Grade Center and select Needs Grading. On the Needs Grading page, work that has been submitted for grading will appear in a list. To begin grading, click the Grade All button at the top of the page. The first student submission will appear on the page, as well as tools for assigning grades and feedback. Once you have graded a student, click the Submit and Next button to proceed to the next student. So to demonstrate the process of grading, I'll show you an example that I have been working on throughout this video. In the course, I'm going to scroll down my control panel and go to Grade Center and Needs Grading. Now, students who have submitted work that I posted in my weekly lesson folder will show up on this page. I could see that I have some assignments and discussions. So to begin grading, I'll click on Grade All. And here is my first student. Now this is an assignment. The student submitted a paper to me, so it's going to preview in the box preview window. There are simple annotation tools here if I wanted to annotate or add comments to the document. I just click on the text bubble and click anywhere here. And then click Post. So that adds a document or a comment to that document. Now, if I wanted to assign a grade, I go over to my grading panel where I see the attempt option here and a box for adding points. So let's say the student has earned a 98, and I can add feedback here. And I can click Submit, and that should take me to the next student, or actually the student's next assignment. So the student also submitted a discussion forum for my review. So I could see the responses that the student submitted into the Grade Center forum, and again I can type in points and I can add feedback if desired, and I can click Submit, and that takes me to the next student, like so. Assigning grades Part 2. So there's another way to actually assign grades in addition to the needs grading option I demonstrated earlier. To view student submissions and grades another way, click on the Full Grade Center option in your course control panel. The Full Grade Center organizes columns associated with each assignment posted in the course menu in a table format. So you can manually assign a grade to a student by clicking on a student's grade cell, typing in a value, and pushing Enter on your keyboard. Just as a quick review of the Grade Center and its various landmarks, I'm going to demonstrate accessing the Grade Center and manually assigning a grade and looking at a student's attempt. So to access the Full Grade Center, scroll down to your control panel, go to Grade Center, and choose Full Grade Center. So you'll see all of your students who are enrolled in the course in the table, along with any assignments you've assigned through the course menu and any attempts that they have and any grades that they may have. So common icons you might see in the Grade Center you can review by going to Icon Legend. It will tell you what that means. Yellow symbols mean something needs grading. A blue attempt in progress icon means a student has begun an assignment or is saving it in a draft, so it is not technically submitted and you can't review it just yet. Okay. Symbols like the black symbol with the red line mean something is not visible to students. Okay, so to manually assign a grade to a student, you could just click right on the cell and type in a value, push Enter, and then it will be logged. If you needed to review what a student submitted for something, you roll your mouse over the column for the student in the Grade Center, the cell. Click on the gray icon, choose View Grade Details, and you'll see a summary of the student's grades and feedback. And if you click View Attempt, you'll be able to view what the student submitted, like so. I'm going to switch gears and we'll cover a different tool. Collaborate Ultra. So Collaborate Ultra is an online meeting tool for faculty to provide online office hours or to conduct synchronous lectures with students where you can present content, students can ask questions, and you can basically share your screen and present audio and video to students, and students might be able to present audio and video back to you. So to meet students online in real time for office hours or to host lectures, faculty may use Collaborate Ultra in their courses. To begin using Collaborate Ultra, create a Collaborate Ultra tool link in your course menu and access the tool. Collaborate Ultra's course room is a reusable meeting space where you and your students can meet through webcam, audio, and chat tools. I will now demonstrate the process of adding the Collaborate Ultra tool link to the course menu and accessing a session. So to add a Collaborate Ultra tool link to the menu, I roll over the plus icon above the menu, choose Tool Link, give this a name, and to keep it simple, I'm just going to call it Collaborate Ultra. From the Type drop-down menu, choose Blackboard Collaborate Ultra, make it available to users, and click Submit. So I can move this up the menu if I want. And to access Collaborate Ultra, I click on the Collaborate Ultra link, and what should happen is I see the dashboard for Collaborate Ultra. You have automatically a reusable course room that you can use to facilitate online office hours or lectures. And note that there is an icon menu above that room. If you click on it, you'll see that there's a sessions area and a recordings area if you choose to record your sessions. So one thing I want to review with you before you get started is to review your Collaborate Room's settings. So if you click on the little icon to the far right, you'll see your options for joining the room, using an anonymous dial-in phone number if you don't have a microphone, and you can edit your settings. So if you go to Edit Settings, you'll be able to see what your default settings are. By default, any student who joins the room or guest that you invite to join the room has participant level access. There's a guest link here that you can share out through email. If you click copy, then of course you can go and create an email and invite students or other guests to join, and they'll get the participant role. So if you wanted them to have a different role, you can choose that here. So for example, if you wanted anybody to access this session with moderator access so that they can share content on the screen, you can make that change here, and then wherever you share this guest link, the individual uses that link to access the Collaborate Ultra session, and they'll get that role. Okay. You can allow recording, and I'm going to check that box, and then you just review what your participants can do by default. By default, they can share audio, video, use the chat tool, and draw on the whiteboard. And they can join the session using a telephone. Okay? So to access the room, I'm going to click on the room link, and I'm going to join the room. And it should open in a new browser. And Collaborate Ultra wants to use my microphone. I'm just going to block it because I'm using my microphone for something else right now. So when the session opens, you'll get these tutorials that you can review that orient you to the interface. On the left-hand side, you'll see your tools for recording, using your phone for audio, and there's support tutorials off there on the left as well. On the bottom of the page, you'll see an option for adding your icon or your navatar, your options for turning on your microphone and turning on your webcam. This symbol here will show you if any participants have raised their hand to ask a question or just to get your attention. And off on the right, there is a purple control panel bar here. And here are your chat tools. So you can talk with people through chat. You can click on the participants icon to see who's joined the session. You click on your share icon. These are your icons or options for sharing different types of content on the screen, a whiteboard for doodling. You can share files. You can upload PowerPoints and PDFs to display on the screen and navigate through to facilitate a lecture. And you could also use the annotation tools over that content to draw attention to various things. Okay, so Collaborate Ultra is best accessed in either Firefox or Google Chrome. If you use Google Chrome, you may need to equip third-party cookies and install a plugin to use the screen share options if you were to share your desktop to display your desktop. Faculty support resources. For support in the use of Blackboard to design and deliver instruction, please see the resources posted on Blackboard's institution page in our faculty support website. For getting started questions, our faculty support liaisons are available to consult faculty through phone or email. Please see their official schedule for contact information. For high-level support requiring troubleshooting and investigation, use the Teaching and Learning Technology Department's Contact Us form to contact a trained Blackboard administrator. Student support resources. Students who have questions about navigating Blackboard may refer to the support resources posted on Blackboard's institution page and use the Student Support website's Contact Us form. Questions? If you have questions about navigating Blackboard or using its tools to design content, send an email to tltdepartment@matc.edu.